begin with, I guess I should lay out the thesis of the talk. I believe it is helpful for us to blend certain ways of thinking which have hitherto been kept quite distinct from one another. In particular, in the Indian context, I'm thinking of engineering, business, and design. So let me launch in with just a brief vignette on some work that we are doing actively in the area of vaccine delivery and beginning in two other areas around cook stoves and then the installation of toilets in rural homes. Our experience suggests that when we attack these problems with a design framework, we were humbled. There are at least 40, if not more, manufacturers playing already, trying to push cook stoves. Is it a solution without a real problem, a product without any demand, or is it that we have not bounded the problem adequately? The way we were thinking about the problem when we began working with young people around our startup school. So we have encountered lots of young startups that are really proficient with their technical backend. So I'll segue to School for Leadership and Innovation. We need to figure out a way to bring together product development and entrepreneurship skills in a single kind of program. This is a little assignment about going to Chaudi Bazaar, Old Delhi markets and making some lamps. This is actually the second round of work that these students did after they got some tremendously sharp criticism from me about their first round of work. People who are understanding how design can be integrated into the new businesses and sort of product ventures that they develop. There are other institutions like this in other regions of the world, and we're just beginning some communications with them. Even as we scale up to modest levels, we're still making a significant impact. And it'll only be at that point that maybe then we can have a wider conversation about whether this way of thinking and working has any bearing on more traditional established schools.
We spend a lot of time trying to identify macro trends. So one thing that's obviously being reiterated again and again and again is one needs to stop focusing so much on the speed of change and worrying about that, but to kind of look at the acceleration of change.
Today's learner is confident, connected, open to change. We feel these are the macro trends that are emerging. It's learning beyond the boundaries.
Getting involved in the word curriculum itself, we realized that there has to be space in the curriculum for this type of thing. There has to be an enabling. You have to enable connections. You have to enable the connectivity to these networks.
Educational institution actually assesses is the student's empathy, his connect with the problem, his engagement, his ideations, his applications, his responsibility, and his communication clarity.
Today's generation is more about impatience. We are getting to do everything on a very, very quick scale.
Anti-disciplinarian is a kind of a good idea, but we still need disciplinaries.
The administrators and management, there's a very responsive role where they need to redesign their classrooms, their curriculum delivery, which has to have more open-ended approach.
More strong emphasis in what are the objective, not of the specific task, it's a project, but of the learning. So saying, be more able to adapt the profile of the student according to some kind of intention that has to be declared so that it can be maybe managed and reached through the networking system.